So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world. And welcome to another album review of The Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today we're going to talk about the second album by the band Electrocutioner. They're a thrash metal band from the New York underground scene, and they released an album, I think, 3 years ago, False Idols. And I found out about them because my good friend Tom the Green Man reviewed that album, and then I interviewed Mark, and Mark Pursino, who's the singer and the guitar player, has been on a few episodes of Is It That Bad? So he's no stranger to the channel. So of course, I got a copy of that so I could listen to the album before its release. It's out right now this Friday, and Electrocutioner, the second album is called Harbingers, and this is a three-piece band, and it sounds like it's three people uh, in a metal band. So this is a band that, if you like old school metal bands like Whiplash, Slayer, and Exorcist, Electrocutioner was very influenced by those bands. So yeah, this is a 12-song, 36-minute album. It's actually 10 songs because there's two interludes and an outro called Vision 1 and Vision 2. Vision 1 is very heavy on the synth work, and Mark Porcino loves his synths. He actually has done synth work for other bands, and he's obsessed with them, especially like that old school synth, like horror theme. So this is an album that Heartbreak, it focused a lot of like end of days, like uh, evil religions and all of that. So yeah, it's something that thrash metal like has done, but I think Electrocutioner really has fun playing this type of music, and you can tell. So I'm gonna mention four things that I think make Electrocutioner worth your time, because I know a lot of people. There's so many bands. So first of all, they play catchy to the point songs. So the most like longest song here is like the album closer, which is a little bit like close to 5 minutes, but not quite. So they don't like make you waste your time with like super long songs. They go straight to the point. Like that goes into point number two. It's 36 minutes, and they get to the point, and you get it's old school thrash, no wheels, no bells, just straight to the point thrash metal. Some killer riffing. They give you killer riffing on almost every tracks on this record. And fourth of all, they do chant vocals really well. And that's something that there's a lot of like thrash metal bands, newer thrash metal bands that do them, and they Electrocutioner does them and does them really well. So they're a band that would not feel out of place in that 80s thrash metal scene, and they live and die for it. So yeah, those are things that are worth Electrocutioner your time. So let's talk about my favorite track. So the album starts with Doomsday Clock and sorry, Doomsday Device. Doomsday Clock is a Smashing Pumpkins song. So Doomsday Device is a perfect way to start the album. Mark sounds evil, menacing, and it gets straight to the point. It's not longer than 3 minutes, and it really gets you into the mood of what this album is all about. Then the second track on the record is Lightning Sacrifice. And this one brings the chant vocals again. So yeah, it's awesome. But something I forgot about Doomsday Device is that there's some parts on the riffing that sounded a little bit like old school Megadeth, not Risk. No, Mark, do not get mad. It doesn't sound like Risk, okay? So coming back, I know I got a little bit sidetracked there. Coming back to Lightning Sacrifice. So the sham vocals are back, and this is all a song about sacrificing someone, maybe to Kalima.
Kalima.
No, Kalima, please do not take my heart. Yes. So something like that. And Lightning Sacrifice is super fast drumming on it as well. So it's a very fun track. The third track, which is the first single they released out of it, is Heaven's Gate. And this is a song about, that Heaven Gates, suicide, mass suicide, like a cult leader. Well, they all drank the Kool Aid.
When I first got there, I kind of drank the Kool-Aid.
Yes, they they drank the Kool Aid to their deaths. So Heaven's Gate is a I when they chose this as a single, like this came out last year, like a long time ago. I really liked it because I liked the chanting vocals, the riffing, and also I thought the sound was an improvement from their first record, which they actually did almost all in their basement. And I know because I interviewed Mark when that album came out. So you can tell that this is better produced. So I think it was the perfect single to have you go into Harbingers. So the album keeps plodding away. There's songs with great riffings like The Chariot, Harbinger, End of Days. They're talking about things that, people like are, it's a common theme. But to me, other songs that stand out, Frozen File. And for this one, the Tom the Green Man interviewed Mark, and they talk a lot about this song. And this is one of the most serious song on the record because it's about missing children. And as a father, I can relate. That would be like my worst nightmare for my kids to be abducted. So on this song in particular, Mark and the band let us know that they can write about maybe some different subject matter. And yeah, Frozen File is a great. The song intro sounds very much like a John Carpenter sci-fi or movie, but then some very fast riffing on it. And songs like Final Prophet, more great chanting vocals, again, some killer riffing by the band. And it feels like immediate. They come, they kick your ass, then they go. So the album closer, if you don't count Vision 2, which is the outro to the album, it's Seven Seals of Koresh. It's almost 5 minutes. And on that track, the band plays with spacing. The riff take their time. And also on that interview, Mark said that he on this song he has one of the most like difficult riffs that he has to play. So it was a challenging song. And you can tell that the band wanted to have like that amazing album closer to close this album. And basically it goes into Vision 2, and Vision 2 sounds like there's like a wasted frozen tundra, and everything ends. So this is a very fun thrash metal release by a band that, if you don't know them, if you like thrash and if you like old school thrash metal from the 80s, do not sleep on Electrocutioner. Mark's a great dude. So Mark, I enjoyed the album a lot. And yeah, so I'll post if you want to order music from the band, you can do so. So yeah, this is a kick-ass album that I really enjoyed. So I want to know from you, Couchers, what do you think of Electrocutioner and Harbinger? Comment down below what are your favorite tracks. And if you like the videos that I put out, do not forget to give me a like and do not forget to subscribe. And if you want to know more about this, here's Tom's interview so you can go deep into this album. So until next time, Couchers, the Sector, the Shield Dude on a couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.